Awesome. All right. I don't want to go, too long this week. And the reason why is pretty simple. So at this point, you should hopefully have your copy 9 to noon. And if you have not already voraciously, exploded through that book, please do it because it will change your life, okay? So I want to give you some time to actually read the book. And also I know there's a ton of extra little bonus courses. Well, I wouldn't call them little, they're actually pretty damn big. They come with the book under like the bonus section. And so I want to give you a little bit of time to go through those just because they are really kind of super freaking important. And it'll give you a really great base on investing before I come in and we go through all of the coaching program, which is gonna actually have you implement everything in it. It's important because what I wanna do is, kind of when you wanna build a sandcastle, right? What you do is you bring a bunch of sand together and you put it in a bucket and you fill the bucket up, but what do you do after you fill the bucket up with the base material? What do you do after you fill it up with the core foundation? After you have it filled up, you compact it down, right? So that it's a stiff sandcastle. You wanna crush it in the bucket, and then you wanna add more sand to it. And then you wanna compact it down until the bucket is full and you pat down on it and it's, there's nothing else you can pack into the bucket. What I wanna give you to start out with is the initial burst of sand to start filling up that bucket, because it's really important that we have a lot to start with so that you can figure out stuff that works for you and you can figure out stuff that doesn't work for you. And then you can start to compact it down into only the stuff that works for you. And so for us to get there, what we have to do is we have to start with that big amount of sand at the beginning and then compact it down into the stuff that actually matters, into the stuff that's gonna form the foundation, form the solid base for your future and allow you to have a lot of overarching success. It's gonna all come from what? You gotta fill up the bucket and then you have to sort of compress it down. And so what I wanna do at the beginning is give you a lot to start with to kind of really give you the opportunity where you have all these resources around you that you can drag in and figure out which parts you want to use and then, crush them down, compact the sand, so to say, turn it into your own, your own castle, your own portfolio, your own investments, and your own success. And that's really why there are so many bonuses that come with the book, so many bonus training, so many courses, is because I want you to have the tools you need to succeed. Those tools are gonna come in the form of this program in terms of like the shovel, or in terms of the little, those little like mini scoopers, or in terms of the bucket. And that's what I wanted to give you. But before I give you that, there has to be a beach for us to freaking build this stuff on. There has to be a beach for you to actually use to use the tools that I'm gonna give you. And so there's a lot of stuff over there, and the reason why is because that's really that's the beach. And when I'm giving you here the tools so that you can sort of play on the beach your heart's content and have the success with investing that everyone wants, right? And so that's really the big message here. And that's why this week I don't want to go too hard, because next week is a little bit more intense. It is a little bit, it's pretty damn deep, and it's a bigger chunk to go through. So I didn't want to go too hard this week. I want to give you some time to actually read the book, some time to actually learn about mindset, learn about abundance, but more importantly, well, I mean, they're both important, but also kind of go through. I know the Jim Rohn stuff was kind of long too, so hopefully make sure you definitely go through all that and then go through all the 9 new bonuses. But there's one more thing I want to talk to you about. It's very arguably, really, it's damn important, and it's mentality. And we talked about it last module, right? This idea that you want to surround yourself with successful people, you want to surround yourself with abundance, and we're going to explore this idea of abundance a lot more next month. But it's really important starting out now that you kind of understand, like, one of the most important things you could really ever do is surround yourself with success, because that will rub off on you. And when I was starting out, I never really actually, did that. And because I didn't do that, I struggled at the beginning. It was hard. That was all probably years and years and years and years of just trying to go and go and go and go and go until, I found a community, I found people to support myself with. And that's obviously not something I can just, I can't just hand you friends. I can't just I've tried to, I really have. But there's one thing I want to give you now that has really helped me. Kind of interesting, because when I first started using this tool, I applied it, and I'll give it to you in just a moment. And then within I think it was 6 days, within 6 days, I had made my first investment that made me over 900% in less than 2 weeks. For me, that was huge. That was massive. I mean, it was insane. And that was with options, right? So you guys learn about options as you get deeper. You have to, first you get really great at trading stocks, and then that translates over to options because they're just inherently more risky, as you heard last module. And actually, all the money from that trade was from a really big percent gainer like this. I think that was the 3,000% gain. Anyway, we'll get more into that when you get into the program. I applied what I'm about to give you, and immediately I started having better results. For me, those better results were very, very, very nice. For you, you might not immediately be there just because you're messing with stocks when you start with, you're messing with other assets, but it really is the first step, and it's something that's going to immediately give you tangible results, which is awesome. And the way it does this is not by, here's the right. All it is passive absorption of abundance, passive absorption of like wealth mentality, and it works really, really, really well. Because think about it like this, okay? What I'm about to give you is a wallpaper, okay? I'm gonna give you a wallpaper. I probably spent like way too much time creating this wallpaper. And it's a wallpaper you can use for your desktop and for your phone, okay? And I have this on all of my monitors, on my computer, I have it on all my phones. I mean, you put it on your phone, put it on your computer, your laptop, whatever. Everywhere you go, I want you to see this wallpaper. And basically what it is there's just these guys on Reddit, this community of people called Wall Street Bets. And I mention them by name because I think their logo is like, they've changed it over time, but it is like one of the best representations of abundance I have ever seen. It's this dude, God, I wish I had my glass. I'm gonna get to that in a moment, but he's like out in the air and he's like got these big glasses on, he's like cool guy, and he's just like the pinnacle of abundance mindset and mentality. That's gonna be so absolutely critical. And so what I want you to do is below this video, it's gonna be a picture, right? It's gonna be the desktop and the phone wallpaper. I want you to download those and make them your wallpapers on everything that you have. Because think about it like this, okay? Every time you pick up your phone, every time you turn on your computer, every time you do, anything for work, you're always gonna see this image of abundance. And it's there's a lot like probably millions and millions and millions of dollars of cumulative gains in these photographs. They're all kind of put into this giant collage. What do you think your mind will think about money when you're constantly surrounded by massive, massive, massive growth and gains? It's a very simple process. It naturally empowers you to say, oh, wow, maybe this investing success, you know what? I think it could actually be right there. I think this is something that's actually possible. It's something I can achieve. And once the mind believes it can achieve something, all of a sudden, it is 1,000 times easier to actually get the result that you're out searching for. Whatever the motivating factor is for you to be going through this training and learning about investing and finance will become such a more peaked reality once you have this abundance mentality. And that's something I want to give you. And it's something that you're not going to notice like maybe when you go to bed tonight, but I mean, I can guarantee by the end of the week, this will have a tangible impactful effect on your life. And as you start to maintain it over months and months and years, this has been my background forever and it will continue to be my background forever. The reason why is because it is, and I kind of update it a little bit sometimes with like new trades and stuff just to kind of keep it fresh. But the core, the basis has really been what I've been using for a very long time. The reason why is because when you surround yourself with abundance and success, all of a sudden it becomes it's so much easier because every time I pick up my phone, I see millions of dollars in gain. And that inspires me every single day to go out there and succeed. Every time I log into my computer to trade, I see millions and millions of dollars in these backgrounds, right? And that inspires me to do really, really well every day. And hoping more than anything that translates to you, because this abundance mentality is so critical. And this, I think, is one of the best tools you could ever have to actually achieve that. So please, 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 really one of the biggest things I can have before we get into next week, starting to clear out your mind, is to start out with the right base, with this abundance mentality foundation. So take this background, make it your background on everything you have, and it would change. It's just massive, right? It is so important for your mind, for your headspace, to see like, wow, it's possible. These guys are crushing. This is right there in front of me. That's what I want to give you this week more than almost anything else, is community and abundance, community and abundance, community and abundance. So please, 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 thank you so much for getting this module. Go through, kind of the trainings that you have with 9 to noon this week, more so than anything else, and make sure you're obviously caught up on all the past stuff. And also hopefully, your bank accounts have been starting to get set up. I know sometimes it takes a while, so hopefully all that stuff starts to get cleared and you have all that set up, because you're gonna need that to invest. So with that said, thank you so much for making it this module. Really, really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.